Scenario. There are two students in a lab that want to describe a collision of a cart. The student sets the cart on a horizontal surface and apply a force on the cart so that it goes towards the force sensor. The cart hits the force sensor and rebounds. Student A has a force sensor and a stopwatch. Student B has a force sensor and a meter stick. Question. Which student can calculate the change in momentum? The answer would be student A. The force sensor and the stopwatch allows him to use the formula delta P is equal to force times delta T, which is change in momentum, is equal to the force times the change in the time. The next question, what can student B calculate with their lab equipment? Well, the student can calculate work because work is force times distance. The force sensor gives you force and the meter stick can give you the distance. Lastly, explain which student's graph can be used to determine the cart's final speed after the rebound. Well, both actually can. Student A, if you break up the force into mass and acceleration, it should look something like this. The delta P is equal to the force times delta T. The mass V minus mass V naught is what the change in momentum is equal to. The masses cancel out from the forces, leaving you with acceleration delta T is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. Here you can get the cart's final speed here, which is V. Likewise, you could do the same thing for student B using the work energy principle. The change in kinetic energy is equal to the work, which is just equal to the force times the distance. Here the work is equal to the change in kinetic energy, which is 1/2 mv squared. The v here is the cart's final speed. All you need to do here is divide by mass and multiply by 2 and take the square root to get v. But that is how you can get it. Force times distance divided by mass will give you the velocity. So both methods can give you the cart's final speed. You can either use the change in momentum for student A, or you can use the work in student B. They describe the same thing in terms of getting the cart's final speed.